Experimentation is fun! Good morning, afternoon, or indeterminate time of day to you, my friends on the internet. Brian here, and today I want to give you my impressions on the Star Wars X-Wing miniature game Slave One expansion set. And as you might be able to tell, this gives you the option of having the Slave One, aka Boba Fett's ship, in the Star Wars miniatures game. So for the box, it's rather plain box, just has a cool picture of Slave One, repeating a bio for it, and that's really just it. Nothing too special about the boxes. Comes with the card showing what you get in it, as well as a maneuver template. I wish this was on a card like the Star Trek game does, but, you know, oh well. Another mission and information on the upgrade cards you get. So that's always nice to have. Of course, he comes with the cardboard you need to use everything, including his mine and his proximity bomb. No, that's the proximity mine and the seismic detonator or something like that. A bomb in there. So, cool. He also comes with, like, target lock and some numbers, but I have no idea which numbers are target lock or his, so I didn't bother finding those. Hey, he comes with some pilots. Comes with 4 pilots. 2, I love the reference cards for the new rules. These are fantastic things I wish Star Trek did as well. But the 4 pilots are really kind of cool. Of course, you got Boba Fett, who has a cool maneuver that allows you to be a little versatile, like changing your maneuver dial after you reveal it. So if you like kind of flubbed and didn't necessarily go where you want to, you can actually, you know, change it. Or if the battlefield has changed since you made that plan. I do like Kath because you do get your opponent gets a stress token if he cancels a critical hit. That's cool. And rerolling any die is always a major thing to me. I probably would use this guy most often, I think. This Crassus Trellix. I actually like that name. That's kind of a cool Star Wars name. Star Wars never has particularly usual names, so... And of course he comes with so many upgrade cards that you can't use them all for him. The stealth device is cool because it increases your agility, meaning you can roll an extra green defense die. And for ships that don't have defense die, like the Empire's big, huge, amazing-looking ship, that can actually be a nice way to give it a little bit of defense. I like the title of Slave One giving you the bomb icon, heavy ordnance icon. I don't remember what that icon means. Well, I know what that means, but I don't remember what it's called. The co-pilot and the gunner, I love using those guys. Those are great cards. Actually, the mercenary co-pilot I don't use too often because he just changes a hit result into a critical hit result at range 3. So that's not as amazing. But gunner is cool because if it says if you don't hit, you get to attack again. So that's really cool. Of course, you got your proximity mine and your seismic charge. Expose is a cool thing that allows you to do more damage. If you know you're not going to be attacked this round, it's a great way to just go, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of extra damage. Or you can take the risk and try and do a little extra damage. He's got some really cool cards on him. I do like heavy laser cannon and ion cannons. I like those weapons. Now, on the miniature itself, well, actually, you also get the cardboard things, but the mini itself, let me put this back in. For some reason, I have issues keeping mine together. In fact, actually, when I first got this, my crystal clear thingies actually shattered on me. They destroyed themselves just by plugging them in and trying to use them. I'm concerned this is going to happen with this part where you actually plug it in, because that's the only part that's actually still original on this. Well, actually, the base is original too, so just these two were replaced. But hey, I got in contact with who's the maker? Fantasy Flight? Yeah, Fantasy Flight. I forgot the company's name for a moment. I got in contact with them, and they really awesomely sent out two replacements, and also accidentally came with two male versions of this peg, because one of these has a hole that you put the peg into, So I couldn't make the maneuver disc for them. So I just shot them an email and saying, "Hey, this thing shattered, and this has 2 male parts. Can you guys do anything?" And they're like, "Hey, it's on the way." I'm like, "Oh, cool, awesome." So they're cool. I definitely approve their customer support, and I'm concerned that that's gonna break them because I can't get this to go all the way down on here, and I don't know why. I'm scared. I'm scared. But hey, this hey, this miniature. This is a really, really nicely painted Slave One. I've never particularly liked the Slave One design. I don't know, I don't like ships that go like this. I love the engines on the back. That's kind of cool to me. Like, there's a big engine, and there's 2 smaller engines. I always kind of like that, but no, I never liked... I just don't like ships that fly straight up. I don't know why. It's kind of my shtick. However, I will admit that it's cool seeing it go to land. And having the runway extend off from here, that actually is kind of cool. I do like... As far as maneuverability on this thing, it is actually pretty, like, standard. He's got a couple of U-turns, so that's nice. But nothing too exorbitant. Not a super fast ship either, so there's that. But the paint on this thing is just amazing. Like, look at this thing. This is like something I could put on a shelf just to display, and I wouldn't be upset by that. I love the paint on these miniatures. And the best thing about the Slave One was that it was a gift to me, so I didn't have to worry about how much it cost, and yay. Now, the weird thing is about the Slave One, but it's not really weird, is that he's Imperial. Now, the Slave One was released before the Most Wanted set came out that introduced the Scum faction. As you might be aware, Boba Fett is not an Imperial, he is a bounty hunter. He is not really affiliated with the Empire, except for that one time in the movie, really. But at the time he was released in the game, they didn't have a third faction. They only had 2 factions, the Scum and the Imperials. So, they had to release him as the bad guy, because he definitely was not a rebel. So, it kind of is weird, but I understand why they did it. However, if you do pick up the Most Wanted set, you do get everything you need to turn Boba Fett into a Scum faction, including a new maneuver dial, which has the same maneuvers, new thingies, and the new cards, the new pilots with the faction. Granted, the new pilots aren't the same pilots. I think 2 of them are, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Boba Fett and Kath are the same, but the 5 is replaced with, two different guys. Mandalorian Mercenary and Eman Asman. Anyway, that's in the Most Wanted set, not in the Slave One set. So it's cool that you can get him to be a Scum faction if you want him. But let's go ahead and see how he compares to some other ships. I've already pulled in the Imperial Dreadnought thingy, whose name I forget. And for another big ship, here is the Houndstooth, who I'll just hold because he fell off his base. I don't have the Millennium Falcon because I don't particularly like the design of that ship. Blasphemy, I know, I'm sorry. If you wish to go ahead and shout at me down in the comments, how could I possibly not like the Millennium Falcon? I'm sorry, I failed you. I'll turn in my geek card soon. I don't think scale quite works, especially since I've now been told this is drastically out of scale, because, yeah, I guess it is. So, scale's kind of wonky on this. Here he is with a couple TIE fighters, which is actually kind of how I used him out of the box, as just a powerhouse for some Imperials. So it actually doesn't look too horrible, scale-wise anyway. But against a Y-wing and a X-wing, he kind of is a big threat.
In space, no one can hear you be a badass because there's no sound in space unless you're in Star Wars.
So I guess that kind of leads into my final thoughts on this miniature and this part of the game. I've used him a couple times. I do like him. Actually, I think I've used Crassus the most because I love being able to reroll. That's just one of my, if I can get an opportunity to undo a screw-up, I'm happy with that. So, back to my final thoughts. I enjoy this miniature. it's a really good looking representation of a ship I don't particularly love. He's got some really cool cards. He's got some really cool pilots. And having more mines and bombs available, nice choice. So if you do play Imperial, I'd say he's not a particularly bad choice to have. Actually, he's rather powerful. He's got plenty of shields and plenty of hull and pretty decent attack and defense. And he's got some nice upgrades that you can get on him. So he's a good little powerhouse for Imperial side, just out of the box. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about him. How does the paint look to you? Which of these ship designs for the Slave One do you like the best? Because I think I like Cath's the best, where it's the red and white. You can kind of get a better view of it on the Scum version of the card. Shocking, I know. I'm in fan of. Shocking, I know. I'm in favor of the red and white color scheme. I'm sure you guys are shocked. The green does actually look kind of cool too. But I'm curious to know which one would you like to see potentially repaints of this as? Actually, there's an interesting idea. Would you guys be interested in repaints of some of these miniatures as the different pilots? So, like, a repaint as Cath Scarlet. What would you feel if they just released the miniature on its own, painted in this style? That's an interesting question. I think I'd be okay with that, but what do you guys think? Drop a comment down. And guys, I'm going to take a moment to say thank you so much to those of you who have subscribed to us and spread the word about us to your friends. You guys are absolutely amazing for spreading the word, and without you, we can't continue to grow very well, so you guys are the best audience in the world. Thank you so much. Until next time, guys, may all your Mandalorians be badasses. Django's my favorite.